Hi, welcome to another installment of Mondays with Maury. Maury, you traveled quite extensively sometimes with the Grahams over the years.
Right.
Were there any trips that stood out in particular to you?
Well, two that come to mind in 1988, Miss Graham went back to China for the first time with Mr. Graham, and he was all over the country preaching.
Mm-hmm.
And then she got the idea to take all 5 kids and their husbands and wives in 89, and it turned out that only the 3 daughters were able to go. And then we went to her hometown, and that was real special. And so every night Ms. Graham and the 3 daughters stayed up late telling stories and just flooding Ruth with questions about her growing up in China.
Wow.
It was fantastic.
And that was 30 years ago this year?
Yeah, 30 years
Wow.
ago, this April, May, I can't remember the dates.
Summer.
Yeah.
So what was Ruth like to travel with?
She was always a barrel of fun. She was terrific. That trip to China, especially with her 3 daughters, they stayed up late telling stories, and then she had the idea for us to bring a Polaroid camera, and I brought plenty of film, and each person that we visited with or met, we took a Polaroid picture of them. One in particular, we had come into her hometown, and she noticed this at least a foot higher person standing, and she said, "I don't think that man is Chinese. I think he's from Tibet." So we pulled over to talk to him, and we were not able to actually visit. He didn't know any Chinese, and Ruth just knew a little bit. But I took the Polaroid picture of him, and then we kept trying to get him to look down at what he was holding, look down at the picture. And finally he looked down. He had not had really an expression, just standing there as we took the picture and gave it to him. And all of a sudden he threw his head back, just dying laughing, and he only had 2 teeth, one up here and one up here. And it was really, really comical. We got a big kick out of it.
Somebody tell him to look at it.
Look at the picture. Does he see the picture? Look. Can you tell him to look at the picture? Maury, get him to see it. Son, just tell him to look at the picture.
Tell him to look at it.
你看看，有了，反面有了吧？
Also, the other thing I thought was pretty neat that she wanted to do, she had me get all brand new shiny pennies, because the only English on a penny was "In God We Trust." And we handed those to every person just walking through a crowd. I sometimes had 40 or 50 pennies in my pocket, and we give them away. And that's almost one of those things we'll never hear, sort of the end of that story, you might say. And then brought a video camera so that we could get videos of everywhere we went, and that was real special too.
Wow, that does sound like a really special trip.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.